Well, it's just like everybody who got fired for not getting the vaccine at work. They just went, oh, I'll get another job.
Long live Texas and Florida, man.
Yeah.
Let's edit that out because our woke audience isn't going to So, Donald Trump has been found guilty of rape and has to pay $83 million for raping.
You got to say that in the first 2 minutes,
Oh,
man.
shit. Well, they're going to
Bleep it out.
They're going to bleep it.
Wait, he's
This is a news story.
convicted?
Why'd you say it like that?
No, that's the headline readers. That's what they say.
He's reading verbatim what like TMZ would say, yeah.
The people who just look on Twitter and they scroll, that's what they're saying right now.
Is that what? Where's the headline from?
Everywhere. Everywhere is saying that, like, this guy's a, graper now. Graper, sorry.
And then what? And then what is he?
So the real story is this lady named E. Jean Carroll. I'm sure you've heard of this before.
Nailed it.
I haven't actually.
You haven't? Okay. So she basically sued Trump saying that he defamed her because she accused him of graping her in a department store 30 years ago.
The fitting room thing, right?
Damn.
Like, rushes her in there and like...
And just starts going at it with her. And she says that he did that to her 30 years ago. There's really not evidence for it, right? There's no corroborating evidence for it.
Shocker.
In fact, they actually there's a statute of limitations in New York where it's like, hey, you can't bring up something that happened like for a certain amount of time. Oh, except for this year, you can do it.
Oh yeah, they changed it.
They changed it
Oh, because election year.
because that's what the conspiracy.
No, not because of that.
That's what conspiracy theorists say.
No, they want justice now. They decided that they made a big mistake and it's time for justice.
Yeah, just justice now.
365 days for justice. That's what they call it. So, so you had a 1 year window to reopen any sort of old defamation cases. Oh, this one just so happened to come to light.
It's convenient.
And then she's just successfully sued Trump for defaming her character because she said, hey, you did this, and he says, no, I didn't, and you're lying.
So it's not because of the actual... It's because she accused him and the reaction from the public has cost her reputation.
Defamed her.
Yeah, so that's why the headline's all a little...
That's why I opened with the headline that I did, because that's what everyone is saying all over the place, but it's not.
Did he comment on her accusation?
There was zero admission of guilt. He just was like, I don't even... Didn't he say like he doesn't even know her?
I don't know her. But then they did find a picture of him and her.
Yeah.
Right? And he says, I think that's my wife, Marla, or whatever. Right?
He didn't even remember?
Yeah, he didn't remember.
I imagine Trump's taken photos with quite a few people over the decades.
That's what a lot of people are saying. The conspiracy theorists are saying that.
Yeah, pulling up a photo with someone's not exactly
Right.
Doesn't mean that they did the thing.
I've been almost as famous as Trump for the past couple of years, and I think like even I have trouble remembering some of the photos I took with the fans that are sent to me. So I go, wow,
Joe, how could you?
I can't remember all. So I'm assuming that maybe it's difficult for Trump to remember what
Unless we have somebody that can identify with
What
it.
an empath.
But yeah, he said his whole story, or her story, was that she agreed to help him go shopping or something. And then in the middle of that, he like pushes her into the fitting room, starts passionately
kissing.
Like she used to work for him? Like
No, it was like a thing they just met. They just met each
There's
other.
a lot of stuff with this. So there's apparently a Law and Order episode that matches her story, and apparently she's a huge Law and Order fan. That's number one thing that's wild.
So it's a plagiarized.
There's another thing too where she talked about wearing a certain kind of dress that actually didn't exist until several years after what she reported.
oh, like a certain fabric or something.
Right. So she was perhaps fashion forward, exactly. That's great. There's a lot of, and she also went on Anderson Cooper. We talked about this I think like a year ago, where she was on with Anderson Cooper. I don't know if you've ever heard about this, but she was with Anderson Cooper. She says, grape is kind of sexy if you think about it.
That's what she said?
She said that on TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
To Anderson Cooper, and they instantly cut to commercial. Like, we'll be right back.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was wild, dude.
Yeah.
So what? So is Trump actually gonna have to pay her?
No, well,
Okay.
he's going to appeal.
Okay.
But apparently you have to take a certain amount that's like owed from this case, put it into a bond in order to appeal. So he definitely will have to lock up some funds to appeal.
83.
Dude, yeah.
He'll be able to. It is crazy election year and like the amount of games that everyone's trying to
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game is really interesting because that window of time that they added so that they could put that in.
Just 12 months
crazy.
to open up the statute of limitations for 1 year only. And this is the biggest case that went through.
12 months.
That's kind of tight though. Like these games make it kind of fun sometimes, right?
The funny thing is, I just imagine other cases that really happened, and then these women come forward. They're like, "Oh, 12 months," and they try to file it, and they go, "Nah, I think we're good. We got enough." Yeah.
Well, is it about Trump?
Do you really want to do
It's
this?
not Trump, exactly.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Was he orange?
Yeah.
From an international perspective, does America's president, like who it is, do you guys feel the effects like from internationally? Like do you guys have a person you guys root for sometimes too?
Yeah, generally in most countries. I mean, the U.S., for better or for worse, is the leader of the free world thing is not just a cliche. It is real. I mean, economically, culturally, like politically, in many ways, they say when the U.S. sneezes, the U.K. or the world catches a cold. And there's a lot of truth to that. You can see where things are going based on what's happening in the States, and the U.S. is, I mean,
America.
here's something I learned just about 5 days ago. Do you know how many foreign military bases the U.S. has outside the U.S.?
Probably like 5.
Hundreds?
5.
Over 750 in over 80 different countries.
750.
750. I knew it was a lot. 750 in over 80 different countries.
Well, I just saw we have a base in Jordan. I'm like, we have a base in Jordan.
Dude, that's that's exactly where I was like, why are they in Jordan? Do you know how many China has overseas?
5.
1?
Where's that
way.
one?
I think South Africa.
They've done a really good job silencing everybody who found out about theirs. 700, and that's probably 750 we know about.
Yeah.
Like there's probably a hella top secret, ones that we.
Dude, black sites everywhere? Yeah, forget it.
Those
could
are just
just
the
been-
ones on Zillow.
Yeah. So
It could be like every McDonald's around the world is actually U.S. CIA like
Just a
operation.
freaking missile comes
Yeah.
out of the back.
Yeah, underneath.
That's badass.
Yeah.
What a tactic. What a collab.
750.
a lot of Americans wonder why a lot of non-Americans care about U.S. politics and what's going on and whatever. And it's kind of because U.S. politics cares about the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Like the U.S. isn't. It's crazy. Even if you look at conflicts going on, it's like the U.S. is always involved somehow.
Yeah, we're the nosy
Weird.
neighbor.
Yeah, it's strange.
We're the
It's like,
HOA lady.
There's this thing happening. Israel pass like U.S. is there, Ukraine, Russia, U.S. is there, U.S. is. It's
Jordan blew my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't surprised ultimately because
Yeah.
I've heard from my brothers because they were
near
both,
Israel.
They were both in the military that we have
everywhere.
shit everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah,
all over
everywhere.
Africa.
Why is the Jordan one so mind blowing?
Because we just talk about it like it's normal. Like
Yeah.
when you watch the news and they go, this base was attacked in Jordan, and we just go, we're all just supposed
Why are
to
they in
go,
Jordan?
oh, that's normal, but we don't go like, wait, why are they in Jordan? That's weird. Do we have a fucking declaration of war against Jordan? Like, what's up with that? Why do we have that?
Yeah, that's exactly, that question is exactly what prompted me to be like, wait, why are they
Same.
there? And then I was like, how many bases are there and how many places? And I was like,
You went down the rabbit hole.
oh yeah.
And they numb us to it though. They numb us to it so expertly because we're used to just hearing like an American base, and then the thing. But like we don't go like, wait, why is there an American base there? That's what blows my mind.
That's the thing is you grow up just thinking everywhere has American bases, and then you also assume it's transitive. That like, oh, then that means every other country must have a base everywhere else. But
Yeah, it's like a foreign exchange program.
It reminds,
there must be a Chinese kid living here.
it reminds me of what they did to us during COVID, where they go, hey, the government says you have to stay home, and you're just like, oh, right. My bad. Right? It's not like, wait, don't I have rights? You're not supposed to be able to tell me that. But no, people go, oh, right, yeah, thank you.
Well, it's just like everybody who got fired for not getting the vaccine at work. They just went, oh, I'll get another job.
Long live Texas and Florida, man.
Yeah.
Let's edit that out because our woke audience isn't going to like it.
Third biggest fan base is from Texas.
Dude, our third biggest fan base is the TSA, dude.
We have a huge.
I don't know why, but every
Wait,
time
has
I'm in the
everybody
airport, it's
experienced
like,
that? TSA all
Every
around?
airport, yeah, there's always someone who recognizes us for
On
sure.
the international or
That's interesting.
That means our fans are very blue collar.
Yeah.
They can't expedite us or anything.
They're cool until they're doing this to your balls.
As they say, I'm a fan of
Yeah, I'm a fan of JK. It's like, great, dude.
Okay, they use the back of
Yeah,
that.
back of the hand. Yeah, it's fine.
I love how that's meant to make it better.
Yeah, it doesn't make it
Don't worry,
better.
it's the back of my hand.
Dude, I've done that to my wife's pussy plenty of times. get it.
Divorce is happening
And
soon.
then they go on our comments and say, I can confirm Steve's dick is pretty big. As a TSA agent,
Yeah.
I grazed it.
TSA agent here, my back of the head felt a schlong.
I was going like that.